Hey there everyone, welcome back to yet another episode of Ladder Up. You'll notice it's Thursday. I didn't post a video yesterday, I apologize. I just didn't get to it, you know? Well, that's not true. I didn't make time for it. I made time before I left for Hartford. This is the first video I'll be making since I got back from Hartford. And the two that went up Monday and Tuesday were recorded beforehand because I knew I wasn't going to have time. I'm just gone all weekend. And that's a whole thing. I'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, we're just going to go ahead and get into these next couple episodes with not the team that I brought to Hartford, but instead my good friend Giancarlo from Virginia, who got third place at the Hartford Regional out of nowhere. Dude just came in strong, was in the zone. He told me that he kind of just threw his team together. He wasn't like too worried about how he was doing at the tournament, and he just came in and played with something that he was comfortable with. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit. But he got third place, and it was super cool, and he was kind enough to let me use the team. So we're just going to get in with that, and it's going to be super exciting, and I cannot wait, because I played around with it a little bit on Showdown, but it seems pretty fun, you know, and it's not like we have much lower to fall on the ladder. But in the meantime, I went, and I'll say it, and it's going to hurt, but I went 3-5 at that regional, and I've gone to regionals before where my average at regionals is usually about X3, X2. So usually 5-3, 6-3, or 5-2, 6-2. Or 7. I've never actually gone 7-2. I don't think I ever went to a 9-round regional where I went X2. But point is, I usually do okay. I usually do at least top 64, that area. But I don't know. I think this weekend I went in with the team that was really good in theory. I thought it was good, and it was pretty decent, but I wasn't comfortable with it. And I was not. I didn't know damage calculations. I wasn't comfortable with, like, I had to think about every single lead, how I was going to do. I was thinking about plays instead of just doing them. So it wasn't good. And there were some games that I lost. I shouldn't have lost. Not that my opponent did anything wrong. It's just that I screwed it up. There were some games I had win cons and I gave them away because I didn't know what I was doing, and that's the end of that. So let's get into Alan. Who I gotta pick this quickly because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh gosh, this is tough. Can't do the thing I want to do. Got to kill the mouse. So I talked a little too much. Point is, this team is weird. I'm not sure what to think of it, but Braviary, if it gets set up, could be a real nuisance. So we'll try and kill that a little bit. You see, we're back with Ginger Ale. It's the greatest thing in the world. Die, Ginger Ale. Hello, Alan. Alan. Milotic token tomorrow. Okay. Something tells me that's a scarf Milotic. Why did something tell me that's a Scarf Milotic? Because the only reason you ever see Milotic in this format is when it's Scarf. So that's why I think that. So I would love to knock that out, but I can't. There's a Togedemaru on the field. I could Dazzling Gleam here and Muddy Water, but we run the risk of lowering the accuracy on the Milotic, which wouldn't be bad. I do have Snorlax though, so if I can get rid of Togedemaru, that'd be pretty sweet. I could also just Dazzling Gleam. I could also protect Tapu Koko. I'm not sure what to do here. I'm going to protect Tapu Koko because I think so. I'm going to go for a Dazzling Gleam, because that can't lower any stats on Milotic. And it is resisted on Togedemaru, but it'll break the balloon, which is important. And Togedemaru can Zing Zap, but it won't do too much. So it's not Scarf Milotic. Is that not Lightning Rod? Why are you protecting? Okay. Poison Jet, that's fine. This will break the sash, presumably. Did I miss it? I didn't. Okay, it wasn't air balloons, so Poison Jab. Yeah, I'm just gonna I'm not gonna boost this thing. I'm gonna switch right into Snorlax, and I'm just gonna keep Dazzling Gleaming. Togedemaru can Poison Jab Finny if it wants. It can Zing Zap. It'll do damage, but I mean we should be all right. Poison Jab, okay. So clearly my opponent here is just making the pretty direct plays. That's a good double though. Is that a crit? Yeah, that's nice. That's nice. Way to we're starting off the episode strong. I mean, Finny's just getting free damage, so I'll go ahead and recycle here. And you're gonna let me Dazzle Gleam, I'm gonna keep doing it. And I'm getting nice damage off here. I've almost knocked out Togedemaru, and once I knock out Togedemaru, Koko comes in and just bops my Milotic. You can't switch in Garchomp here because, or unless you're going to Braviary. Okay, that's okay. That's exactly why we recycled. You don't just let Snorlax set up on you, so you definitely attack it with something. I didn't expect a Braviary switch in, but that's fine. You see, this is Choice Specs Finny. It's just doing damage right now. So, still can't switch in Arcanine, but I could switch in... I really wanted to. Could switch in the, what's it called? The Koko, but I'm just going to keep doing damage. My opponent wants to set Tailwind, that's okay. I'll get the Belly Drum off, which is what's important. It's a Supersonic Sky Strike, but into who? That's the question. If it's into Snorlax and it knocks us out, that's kind of okay. Just because I'll be able to knock out the Braviary with Dazzling Gleam. And okay, it's into... Alright, so this was still fine because I can bring in Koko. You also might have noticed on this, Snorlax has Facade and High Horsepower, which is unusual. I thought that was unusual too. But there's times where you don't get to set up, but you want to hit something like a Koko or an Arcanine for more damage, and High Horsepower is nice. And also, the Arcanine, even though we have a Tapu Fini here, the Arcanine does have Will-O-Wisp. So you can Will-O-Wisp opponents. You can also Will-O-Wisp your own Snorlax to prevent it from getting hit with a Toxic. Which is kind of cool. And I've done it. And also, if you get the Belly Drum off like we have right now, you're at +6. That's ×3 attack, ×4 attack, divided by 2, that's ×2. So High Horsepower is still doing twice as much as it normally does. But, I almost clicked the wrong thing there. Your Facade, which is not inhibited by the burn, it's actually doubled, does a lot more. So your stab still does a ton more, and you still get decent coverage moves. So it works out. So this is a pretty obvious Togedemaru switching in for something, but I can go ahead here and just... Milotic might want to recover, in which case I'm just going to... I could taunt the Braviary. I'd rather just try and hit for some damage. I expect Togedemaru to come in here somewhere. Probably for Milotic. Yeah. That's okay. That's okay. Because we're probably going to knock one of these things out. Oh, never mind. I forgot. This is a, not Life Orb. It's not Life Orb, Koko, so it doesn't do as much damage as I'm used to. I'm used to playing with modest Life Orb Koko. Although the Braviary does what I want it to for me. I'm used to playing with modest Life Orb Koko. And with Thunder, too, in the rain, because it's just so much damage. This Koko has Electric Z move, which I like in some ways. I like the boosted electric move a lot. I don't like the weak Dazzling Gleam. This one does have Taunt, which is... It's good in certain instances, and other instances, is, you know, the problem with taunting with something like Koko is that you can taunt it and also lose it in the same turn. You can taunt something, and then if they just attack you, you know, Koko's pretty frail. They can just knock it out. So like, it's not always an even trade-off. Go ahead and recycle here with the Snorlax, and I'm just gonna guaranteed knock out this Milotic. I could use this into Celesteela. It might just double protect. Okay, so there's no protect, but if Milotic does protect, that's the bigger thing I want to get rid of. I'd rather get rid of that, because if I have boosted Snorlax with Seed, I just bring an Arcanine in and demolish this thing. So that's the play. Celesteela here could start setting up Seeds. It probably wants to try and just heavy slam the Koko, honestly. That would probably be my opponent's best move. Or if it's one of the rare Celesteelas that still has Substitute. That was a thing for a while. Flash Cannon. Ooh, that's fun. It's fun. That's a mistake, too. Well, I get my berry back, and Snorlax can just sit here and do this all day. Snorlax can do this all day. Did an awful lot of damage, too. I'm surprised by that. But, I mean, there's nothing to stop me from just recycling and Thunderbolting. And even though the Thunderbolt's not boosted by Life Orb, it is boosted by Terrain. And Snorlax hasn't, I think it's gotten off one attack thus far. It doesn't matter. Because I still have Arcanine in the back. And that's why, even though there was a Braviary and a Milotic, that would lead you to believe, oh, I see those two. I know Braviary's got Defiant. I can't intimidate it. It'll boost the stage. Milotic's got Competitive. I can't intimidate it. It'll boost 2 stages. Like, can't bring Salamence, can't bring Arcanine. Not that you want to bring Salamence against Milotic enemies, but it's like I can't bring them. But I know that if I lose Koko and my opponent has Celesteela and I don't have Arcanine, I'm gonna be hard pressed to win that game. So that's why I brought it, basically. Also notice the Choice Specs Finny has Grass Knot. And that's something that I actually really like, because one of the biggest things I had a pain in the butt with this weekend is I ran a Gastron at the regional this weekend, and I really liked it. But I also didn't like having to deal with other people's Gastrodons because I didn't have a great way to hit it. And I saw a lot of things, a lot of Pokemon with surprise Grass Knots where they don't normally have them, or things with Energy Ball, like, what was it? No, I played against a rain team that had Hidden Power Grass Golduck, which I get. I understand that, that's fine. I played against a team that had, what was it, Energy Ball Drampa, and again, I get that, that's fine. Energy Ball Koko, Grass Knot Koko was kind of whatever, because it was Grass Knot Koko, and it wasn't even a boosting item, so it was like a bulky Assault Vest thing. And I don't even know if that has a chance to actually knock out. I don't think it's a guaranteed knockout. I think it's a chance. Which if you're gonna run a coverage move like that, and it's not like specifically just to knock out that one thing, and it doesn't do that all the time, it's really not worth it. And I say that because I've played with this Finny a while, a couple days now, and I've hit Grass Knot, Choice Specs Grass Knots into, oh my god, Garrett, into Gastrodons, and they've survived. So I don't know what's up with that, but that's a problem. But I mean, usually it's like I can just Dazzling Gleam with Koko or some other move with someone else, and then hit them with the Grass Knot, and they just, they go down. But in a 1v1, you want to win that. But Garrett here, holy crap, what is this? This is fun. I like this. I don't know what to expect, but I'm excited. There's a Weavile, which is awesome. I was trying to build a Chiefs team around a Weavile, and it didn't work because I didn't understand how Pickpocket works, the ability. Metagross, Gengar, which we saw win a regional, won Hartford regionals on Alberto Lara's team. Gudra, Talonflame, and Gyarados. So Tailwind Setter, Trick Room Setter, Dragon Dancer, Icy Winder in Weavile. Bulldoze, Gudra. Bulldoze, Gudra, next to Metagross is a thing, so what are we gonna do? I don't even know, bro. I don't even know. I'll tell you what, seems like a pretty great idea. We go Bulk City. Straight up Bulk City, Yo. And then Tapu Fini is probably good. What am I gonna do with the Goodra? Quick decision. Hope you don't bring Gyarados. This was a mistake. I should have brought Koko probably. It's weird because I want to bring Koko because my instinct is to bring Koko. Because for so long it was the only Guardian that I had on my team. And it's pretty good. But I don't know, this one's it's so different than the one I usually play. This is a trick room. What's happening here? Nice shiny Metagross. Love it. Shiny Metagross is so cool. You see the pressure go, you expect. Gengar can Shadow Ball. Weavile can fake out Salamence. So Garrett's rating is 1459. I don't want to get too crazy. I think Garrett might. I'm just gonna play it super obvious. Here's another thing that I keep forgetting. I get caught up in the moment and I don't do this, especially in a best-of-3 tournament. If you're comfortable enough with your team and your matchups, you can spend the first game. Try and win every game, obviously, but you can spend the first game gathering information, you know, playing more conservative, just trying to get a feel for how your opponent's going to play. If you lose that first game, fine. Get as much information as you can. Get as much information as you can. Life Orb, Weavile, Fake Out, and you protect the Gengar. That makes sense. Get as much information as you can, and then just try to see how they're playing. Are they making switches when you're putting on offensive pressure? Are they staying in? Like, what are they doing? That kind of thing. And then after that, once you have an idea for how they're playing, so if you won that game one, great. Try and win another one. If you didn't win, well, you know, play off of how they were playing. And I didn't do that very well, I don't think, this weekend. There's other times I've done it very well, but I didn't do it very well during the actual regional. So, not a whole lot threatening my Metagross besides the Gengar. So let's kill that. Weavile switches out. We expect that. Goodra. We expect that. Gengar probably going to go for a Shadow Ball. And break a potential stash here. Possibly Curse Body or Bullet Punch. Shadow Ball. Should live this. Yes, Weakness Policy Boost. Very nice. And a Flare Blitz will knock out the Gengar. So there's that. Yeah. Now, was it worth putting our Metagross so low? Possibly not. You'll see, it's also it's Impish Arcanine with leftovers, which I kind of like a little bit. You take Earthquakes better. You don't take things like Thunderbolts better or Muddy Waters better, but you take Earthquakes better. You take like Sacred Swords better, and it's cool. Just because, you know, it's different. And the Flare Blitz, it's still got some attack investments, so the Flare Blitz does nice damage. We're gonna knock out that Weavile, by the way, in a hot second. I think we're gonna bring in Snorlax here, truly, and we're gonna protect, and bait out, protect, avoid Fake Out. I don't know what Goodra wants to do. It could, whatever, but Bullet Punch will knock out Weavile, and if we get rid of 2 Pokemon with Metagross, I'm fine with that. I'm totally fine with that. A Feint would be cool. No Feint though. Oh, Muddy Water. Ooh, that's cool. Some of the cool things about Weavile and just Fake Out users in general, most of the Fake Out users get Feint, which is so strange to me. So now is a perfect opportunity to Belly Drum, because what can the Goodra even do? We'll go ahead and Bullet Punch Weavile. If Weavile wants to switch out, fine. It gives me opportunity to Belly Drum. Weavile could have foul play, so that's scary. Yeah, I think, yeah. So we don't want to let that happen. We want to make sure that that doesn't happen. Weavile protects. Okay. So Goodra's going to try and knock us out here. Is it faster? Well, we don't know. But, okay, so it cleared my Metagross. Just cool. I'm fine with that. Because now we get a free belly drum. We get our berry pops. Bring an Arcanine. Good to go. As long as the Weavile doesn't have something crazy. Does Goodra get Dragon Tail? I don't know. It's probably in our best interest to just knock out the Goodra while we can. Because, I mean, it's kind of why we belly drummed. Because Goodra is kind of annoying. Very special defensive. Not a ton of physical defense, but it can be made bulky. Problem with Goodra that I don't like is it's really good against... It is basically a hard counter to like Lilycole or Rain teams. It just doesn't do much damage. You need like those super effective coverage moves, or else you're just not doing any damage. Like Flamethrower, Sludge Bomb, those things. Even your Draco Meteor doesn't do a ton of damage. And if they have a Tapu Fini and Misty Terrain, your Draco Meteor does next to nothing, unless they're flying like a Salamence. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and Facade the Goodra. No combination of attacks is going to knock out my Snorlax that I can think of. Maybe besides, like, that. Okay. Life Orb Weavile is getting knocked out in a hot second. Night Slash. Life Orb Night Slash, that's cool. I think Throat Chop's probably cooler. Because then, like, there's certain moves that they can't use. Sound-based moves, right? Yeah, it's just nice. And I'm not sure what the Goodra's going to do, but Muddy Water. Snorlax the Voice. So it's basically, I think it's basically game over at this point. We might lose Arcanine here. We don't though. Ooh. And this should knock out the Goodra. Yeah. Even though it's Facade and it's only 70 base power, it's still pretty strong. So what's my opponent's last Pokemon? Because we still got Salamence too. Don't forget about that. We still got Salamence. This has been a pretty successful episode. It's amazing what happens when you use a decent team. Okay, so the consensus I got is that no one liked Team Surf and Turf. It is not a popular team. I get that, but again, I was short on time and I just threw something together, just trying to be fun. But apparently, you guys don't want fun. You guys want serious stuff. So I'm not mad. I'm not mad at all. So in case Metagross protects here, kind of want to Will-O-Wisp my own Snorlax, just because, oh, it's pretty fast, Snorlax. Hey, remember that time that I forgot how that works? I'm stupid, you know that, right? I just got super ahead of myself. I forgot, yeah, the burn only helps Facade. I'm so stupid. That's okay. We'll just go ahead and Flare Blitz. It's no big deal. I mean, it's game over already. Meteor Mash into... Please tell me that's Scarf Metagross. That would be hilarious. That was just Scarf Metagross. But yeah, there we go. Snorlax cleans up the game, and that's all. That's it right there. That's the whole thing. You see, this team, if you set up Snorlax, it's pretty hard to take it down. So most of the times you're like, oh, it's Snorlax, I want to burn it, I want to poison it. Facade. You've got the double Intimidate, which I thought was kind of overkill. It's actually super nice. Because, I mean, Snorlax is so especially bulky. What's the biggest thing that knocks it out usually? Physical attacks. So I really like it. You got the Salamence, Metagross coverage. Tapu Koko is just great in general. I think it's a solid team. There's a reason it got third place. One, all props to Giancarlo. You should go follow him on Twitter, by the way. I'll leave a link down in the description. And I think that the team was pretty good. It was a little off kilter, so there were all kinds of things on there you expect, like Salamence, Metagross. Some of the spreads are different. Some of the move choices are different. Like the Arcanine is very unusual, but all in all, like it was standard enough that he knew it could do well, but different enough that it would catch people off guard, and he could, get himself in good positions. I know at one point he had, the Taunt Koko and Dragon Tail Salamence really helped him against, I think in his top 8 match, he played an Eevee Mancy team, which basically is they rely on the Evimancy. So if you have two things at the beginning of the game that can get rid of that, that's really good. I think that's why he had a pretty decent matchup against that. Obviously, he got top 4. But anyways, that's it for Ladder Up, guys. I hope you liked it. If you did, feel free to hit that like button down below. If you're not already subscribed, so you don't miss any future videos. And I hope to see you back for another episode of Ladder Up, where we don't play with fun teams. We play to win, apparently.